we have a new type of bard. And this isn't a bard who sings necessarily as much as is great at debate, great at convincing people of some great truth or perhaps a great lie. So tell me, how did this come about? What is this new college?
So the College of Eloquence is all about the word. This is a bard who is the master storyteller, the master orator. That is an area of mastery available to any bard, since no bard is actually required to be a musician.
Right.
But we wanted to create an option for bards who wanted to be all about the spoken word, all about convincing people, not the way a mundane orator would, but the way a bard can using their magic.
Right.
And so, inspired by figures from folklore who are so persuasive that they can even persuade the animals around them, we created this subclass option, who right away at the very start of the subclass has the ability, with a roll of their Bardic Inspiration die, to communicate with a certain number of creatures, even creatures who don't speak a language. So this is, as far as I recall, the first subclass we've made where right at the start, they can just communicate with any creature. Even telepathy in the game usually relies on the person receiving your telepathic message being able to speak at least one language.
Yeah.
This ability doesn't even have that restriction. Because again, we wanted, you can imagine a classic image of this bard maybe standing in a forest glade, giving a speech to a group of animals. And
I love it. I love it.
In addition to being able to communicate with them, the creatures who are being affected by this magic are also easier for the bard to persuade.
Right.
So the bard might even decide to use this ability on people that they can already speak to. This bard might use it on a group of humans who share a language with them, but the power makes the bard more persuasive. So it really has a two-part benefit. This bard is also amazing at calming down people who are riled up. So this is the bard who can walk in and just stop a battle dead in its tracks. This bard can ease early on fear or beguilement on their allies. And as you go up in levels, this is also the first bard we've created who has very sticky inspiration. And what I mean by that is their Bardic Inspiration, when they give one of their Bardic Inspiration dice to somebody, that die sticks around until the person succeeds with it. Typically with Bardic Inspiration, when you give it to somebody, they can add it to one of their ability checks, attack rolls, or saving throws. And once they've added it, whether that roll succeeds or fails, the die is expended. It's gone.
Right.
But once this bard reaches 14th level, that die stays with the person until they succeed with it. And then, if they do succeed, the bard has the option of spending their reaction to then inspire somebody else and pass that die effectively to another character. And so we call this ability Infectious Inspiration.
Yes.
This is the bard that is all about giving the speech that is so powerful that it's like it echoes from one person to another. And you can imagine from legends in our world, as well as from D&D stories, that character who can give the speech that stirs people to the very core of their souls. That's this bard.
Right.
And I'm excited to see people try it out and play, give us their playtest feedback, because I personally would love to see this bard make it into the game as an official option.
It is very tempting. I would say the most tempting bard for me ever, because that, like you said, to be able, there's so much trickery there as well, possibly.
Yes.
Not only for a battle. Like, I can see an entire battle scene. All you need to do is cast Calm Emotions on the most important people in that fight, right?
Yes.
The two kings who are fighting, and then the rest may follow suit. So you could stop an entire war from breaking out, or you could convince a pack of wolves to attack your enemies, right? Or even trolls, and that's what is like really charming about this. And also, there's something that like it reminds me of Dark Crystal, where you can like talk to the rocks, right? Like like you can. I mean, not actual rocks, but you know what I mean. Like very unusual monsters, and get them to maybe let you pass by.
Yeah, because
that's fascinating.
This is the Bard, where there might be that creature in the woods, and people might say, well, not even the druids have been able to figure out how to talk to this creature. Well, send in this Bard.
Yeah.
And because they can talk to anyone and anything in the multiverse. This is the character who can talk to them.
It's really great. You can even look at Loki as an example of being like so silver-tongued, right? Loki's known for that. So if you want to play that evil version of this, you could probably do that. But it reminds me of my favorite Irish myth, which is a more recent Irish myth, is that stingy Jack myth, where Jack is like a drunkard and not a very good person, but he runs into the devil and he convinces the devil to like run up a tree. He's like, I'll bet that you can't go up the tree and get that apple. And then he puts like a bunch of either puts a bunch of iron or silver crucifixes, and the devil can't get back down from the tree. He's like, well, I'm not going to let you out of the tree until you give me what I want, which is I never will go to hell, and you can't kill me. And so the devil has to agree. And that seems like the Bard that would do that. That would be like, this is the one who might go toe-to-toe with a devil, right?
And might persuade his socks right off him.
Right.
If the devil wore socks.
If the devil wore socks.
Yes.
Will be the name of this video. So it's a sequel.
Yeah.
This is a very good Bard. I hope it makes it in. I'm not saying all the other Bards are bad, by the way, but this Bard is like, this definitely speaks to me, and like that, if you love to have social influence and prevent combat, this is very interesting.
If anything, I'm hoping this Bard highlights for people the Calm Emotions spell, which is a key part of one of this Bard's features.
Yeah.
Because I consider it one of the game's many gems that many groups don't think to use, partly because even when looking at spell names, it's very easy to, when you see names like Lightning Bolt or Fireball, and then you see Calm Emotions. But this spell is amazing, and I have seen characters use it to spectacular effect. I have had entire battles ended with this spell, and then with the party just walking peacefully away as their foes just wonder what just happened.
Right.
And where the spellcaster is just like, nope, this is done, and we are going. And perhaps we will fight another day, and perhaps not.